These past couple of weeks have been interesting, and to be honest, it's been a bit much for me. I literally went from like an all-around decent kid with good grades to a disgusting furry with no grades, but we'll talk about that later. Speaking of furries, there's something I wanted to talk about ever since I've gone to the fandom, and that's the concept of furry YouTube. Yes, out of all the things I could have done for a video, this had to be it. The reason why I want to talk about this is, yeah, people do know what furries are, but I just don't think they pay attention to the YouTube side of things, which is probably a very big picture for most people. And it's really something I just want to explain. And maybe it's because I'm just out of ideas again. I'm going to try not to waste your time, so let's sit back, grab our White Claw, and let's disappoint society, shall we?
Fuck furries! I fucking hate them! They're fucking nasty!
First, I want to clear up what I said earlier. We all know by now the furries are basically the clowns of the internet, and most people don't even know what we do for a living. And when they do figure it out, they either 1, get disgusted by it, or 2, they take it way too personal. Look, I can admit that I do weird shit, but furries aren't that bad. Sure, we have problems, but we're not fucking Satan's minions, okay? So hopefully I should be able to explain at least the core of the community in this singular video. I will make some opinions on the topics I'll be talking about, so bear with me. So let's talk about the content first. It's interesting because there is really no clear theme of the content that they produce. It's similar, but not exact. What I'm trying to say is that the content can vary between YouTubers. For example, almost half of it is vlogs, of course, and the rest of it is a mixture of a whole bunch of other stuff like challenges, challenges and collabs, cooking, tips and tricks, commentaries with character stills, music videos, little skits, and my personal favorite, tutorials. Specifically art related, but we'll get into that later. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do know that there's some pretty weird videos out there. I mean, like, really weird. But that's not the focus I'll be talking about. In theory, this is amazing of how immense the variety is. Unfortunately, in practice, it gets old. Let me explain. I was having a conversation with my brother whether or not TikTok was the better social media platform than YouTube. And to be honest, he had some pretty good points, but I'm just going to leave that up for you to decide. But that's not what I'm trying to get at. What I really want to talk about is some of the advice that he gave me for my channel. He mostly said that my content needed to be more consistent, not in terms of a schedule, but the content itself, which is honestly something I could definitely agree with. Because let's be honest, my videos have been all over the place since the month's project. There is something I don't agree with, however. Let me put that into an example. Imagine if I never made the videos I've made in the past several months except for my meme montages, and I only did meme montages. The channel would be so deserted. Not in the lack of support, but it's the absence of any character or personality in the channel, which is something I always wanted in a channel. It's the main reason why I even have a channel in the first place. If all I did was meme edits, that would be all I'll be known for. And you gotta know why I even do YouTube in the first place. Because I don't do YouTube for the money, nor the fame. Sure, it'd be cool to have an audience, but it wasn't my first priority. What is my priority is just my ability to make people happy, no matter what kind of content I make. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what videos are supposed to do? Not for some fucking cash grab like other people do. What I'm trying to say is that I don't want to do just montages, don't get me wrong. I didn't want to stop making them. I adore making montages actually. But let's be real, I don't want that to be the only thing I'll ever do. Yeah, man, that's cool and all, but what the hell does this have to do with furry YouTube, you fucking slut? Well, I'll be more than happy to tell you, because you have no idea how relevant it is to what I'm talking about. You see, I have a problem with furry YouTube, not because the content is so repetitive. I have a problem because I just think there's so many other YouTubers who literally do the exact same video like everyone else does. I could probably think on the top of my head about several furry YouTubers who have ever done a roasting video in their life. Hell, I actually had a different video idea than this exact video, and I was just basically remaking my stories of furry video I did a while back just because I thought the video was kind of bad in my opinion. Then I realized how fucking stupid of an idea it is because of the fact that everyone else probably did the exact same video I did. You could argue that it's good character development for the creator and the audience, like wow, it's just advocating for, but I'm pretty sure there's a clear difference between buying for a creator and just an ordinary story time video. Clear difference. However, of all the complaints I've been making, and I probably may have come off as hating the concept, but To be honest, I honestly just can't stop myself from watching them. Most of you will probably know what I'm going to be talking about, but even after all I just said, there is one core feature that every single furry YouTuber that makes them unique from everyone else, which is one thing. Their fursuit. I could look at one furry YouTuber, look at their videos, and then look at another YouTuber with similar content and editing, and I'll still tell them apart. Even if you hate or despise the idea of a fursuit, it is so cool how they take video concepts and just add a little twist to the whole structure. And that's the magic of furs in general, and it's honestly the best part about furry YouTube and the reason why I still find it enjoyable. However, there is one more major issue I have, and it's something that you'll probably hopefully agree on. Whenever a furry on YouTube becomes big or blows up, the community really loves to describe them as a poppy fur. They basically use this word as a way to basically say that these people are three things. They're not creative for their content, they don't really care about their audience, and the most common one, they're only doing it for attention.
Ironic.
Which I kind of see where they're coming from, but you gotta understand that they don't have all the time in the world to acknowledge every single one of their fans. And in some cases, it may be a bit too much for them if they ever tried. And the worst part is, they'll probably still try to stalk them, hoping they could become their friend, only for them to not respond and then rant about them on Twitter. I wish this wasn't the case, but unfortunately, it just exists. And I wish I could do something about it, but fuck me. Now, this whole entire video, I probably may have come off as hateful in this video and saying I don't like furry YouTube, which is not true at all. I love this fandom, and I love the furry YouTube community as a whole, just because it has simply changed my life and how I view things, just from watching fucking Majira. I went from absolutely discriminating furries and what they do, to running a YouTube channel with my Fursona as my profile pic. And if it weren't for all the YouTubers in the community like Jordan Valentine, Kel Draco, Glitch, Icy Wolf, and my most favorite of all, Zillion Ross, I probably could have not been making content in the first place. And I probably would have not become a furry in the first place either. And hey, if you have the time, I would recommend checking these guys out. Sure, you probably may not like it, but hey, at least you're opening your mind for goddamn once.
Oh my god, I finally did it.
I'm gonna be real with you, that was probably like my first scripted video I've ever done on this channel. The rest of what I'm saying is not scripted, but I just had to clear it out there. God, coconut bites was so fucking good. So really, this rest of the section is literally just talking about what my channel is. So if you're new here and you don't care what the hell I'm talking about, go away. I'm gonna have to be completely honest with you, these couple of months have been fucking stressful for me. Not only I was moving in the middle of it, high school was actually hard for once. Which means yes, the comment I made by earlier that I have no grades now is actually true. I honestly think that this is just a me thing that I should probably get over with and do at least better. I can easily overcome this, it's just I just kind of suck at the moment. But there is something else I do want to talk about, and that's the content of how it's affecting it. Because to be honest, I honestly did not go into this thinking that I was going to affect my content. In fact, I actually thought I was going to improve my content since I now have school. I can further improve my schedule since before I was only uploading like a month, or at least a month or two of a video. And I really wanted my schedule to at least be one video per week until that went completely south. And now I'm back to my normal schedule. So I still want to keep a schedule, but this time I want to make it one video every 2 weeks. This should be perfect. I should never ever change this, ever. Just enough amount of time for me to at least catch up with my actual life and YouTube at the same time. But one last thing that I will talk about is, so like he said, my content is really not specific, and I do agree with him. My channel is literally a portfolio. So I do want to make changes to it, which means no more funny moments or whatever those videos called. No more of those. From now on, I'm going to try to stick to two things: meme montages and commentaries. Those are the ever two things that I will probably ever do with my life. And to be honest, that's really it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope in the future that this channel will definitely become better and stronger than ever. No, it won't. But in all seriousness, I do want to thank my audience for sticking around. I only thank you guys on the descriptions of the videos since I don't really have time for commentaries, but now since it's one of my main focuses of my channel, I can fully accept that I have reached a certain milestone and telling you guys instead of putting on text. So yeah, thank you guys so much for 50 subs. It's not much, but it'll do. I also said this in the description as well, but I'm also going to say this in person. I have something really special planned at 100. So if we can make it there, that will make my dream come true. And I hope that will make your dream come true as well. Got it? Got it.